Welcome back, Football Nation. This is Kevin bringing you a new review of the Benfica Bayern game. So yesterday's match was an interesting match because we haven't played that team since 2016, back when Guardiola was our manager. And I thought that season we had a phenomenal season, but however we didn't get the Champions League trophy. But now getting back to the point, yesterday's match was interesting because Bayern has never won in the Benfica Stadium in Portugal. Last time we played them, which was the 2015-2016 season, we ended up tying 2-2 in Portugal. So it was interesting. We finally got the win in that stadium. And I believe we haven't won since like 1996, if I'm not wrong. Crazy stat there. But it was a good match. We got what was expected, the outcome, and what was important is that Renato Sanches, an ex-Benfica player, got the win and was able to perform on a high level against his ex-team, his former team, Benfica. And the good thing is that Renato Sanches is finally playing some good football again. He's not playing that mediocre football that he's been playing throughout his first season in Bayern Munich and his loan season, which was in Swansea City last season, which was horrific, terrible season for Renato Sanches. But the good thing is, though, the new coach is getting a good efficiency from Renato Sanches. He's getting good improvement from that player. So I was really happy to see from Renato Sanches on that performance. The outcome of the match was 2-0 with goals from Lewandowski and Renato Sanches. However, something I'm not liking too much from Bayern Munich is the fact that Robben, he's getting some clear paths towards goal and he's unable to finish off the goal. Now this is one of the reasons why I'm telling y'all I love Robben and I love Ribéry, but they're old. This is why we need new players, and this is exactly why we shouldn't be depending on those two players anymore. However, I still think Ribéry is performing well. He played a really great match yesterday. He's the one that created the two goals that Lewandowski and Renato Sanches scored, with an assist from Ribéry and an assist from Alaba. So Robben, he had like 2 or 3 chances to score, basically make it 4-0 for Bayern Munich in yesterday's match. But I don't know, like Robben, he just hasn't been himself lately. He's not scoring. He only scored on the opener against he's got 2 goals in the Bundesliga, which is not bad, but when it comes to like the Champions League, he just doesn't score really important, easy goals that he should score. And I wasn't too happy with Robben's performance, and I feel like we need to depend more on Gnabry, which is our backup winger. Gnabry should replace Robben whenever he's not doing good in the Champions League, because we need to get the best out of that young player, and Robben just hasn't been himself yesterday for some reason. So the outcome of that match was 2-0. We could have scored more. James got some pretty interesting plays also. He's playing amazing. Like I said, James needs to start more. He's a good player. Like I said, he's very Iniesta. He's the one that, it was weird. The first half, all the minutes that James played in the game were the minutes where Bayern was attacking and attacking and attacking. James went out and was replaced by Müller. Immediately the tone of the match, just the attack stopped. No attack was being made because there's no midfield. Müller is not a 10. He's not a player who's going to create a play for you in the midfield area. He's a forward. He needs to play as a center forward. Put a center forward and put Lewandowski up top. You can't keep putting Müller to play right middle or to play in the midfield area, because he's just not made for those positions. Müller needs to play more in the center forward area so that he could play with Lewandowski, or have a chance at scoring a goal, because that's what Müller is. He's a striker. So I think that's one big issue that Bayern's having, not knowing where to put Müller exactly, but putting him in those positions I don't think is a smart idea, because you just don't get, I just feel like you don't get the best out of Müller when it comes to those matches when you put him in the wrong position and not in the position he's comfortable at. So I think that would be my opinion on the positives and negatives of that match. Overall, we performed decent. We got the win away. Now we just need to play and be strong at home and wait for the next Champions League match. So yesterday in the Valencia Juventus match, a really controversial call came. They gave Ronaldo a red card for basically rubbing a dude's head after Ronaldo getting pissed of the guy throwing himself from some sort of contact they were having when Alexandro did when he crossed it to Ronaldo and or the players. The point is that Ronaldo received a red card that was, in my opinion, it was very unfair. I thought the call was not correct. I believe whoever was the second ref in the goal near the goalpost made a terrible call because I don't think Ronaldo deserved the red card, and unfortunately he'll be out the next match, which he plays against Manchester United, his former team at Old Trafford. I feel like the calls in the Champions League are still being called bad. Like the referees, they're just not making any good calls. Like yesterday's red card was a terrible call, and I feel like this topic of the referees in the Champions League really needs to be issued and needs to be fixed, because there's lots of really bad calls that have been occurring for these past years when it came to the Champions League, and I think the VAR should be something that needs to be used more frequently or needs to be introduced. From what I've known, I heard it was introduced already, but I haven't seen it in use at all in the matches from yesterday or the one from Tuesday. So I think that's something very important to put into the tournament, into the league for the Champions League, in order for referees not to mess up controversial calls such as, for example, the red card that Ronaldo received last night. So in my opinion, it was a very unfair call. Ronaldo at most should have received a yellow card. In the end, it is what it is. I feel bad for the dude. I guess he's just going to have to cope with it and, deal with it. But in the end, Juventus got the 2-0 win due to 2 penalties, and Juventus is now leading the group along with Manchester United. Okay, guys, so that'll be it for today. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and be sure to check out my friend's video. He's talking about the Europa League and Chelsea playing their first Europa League since like 2013, I believe. They haven't played since then. The Europa League, kind of crazy. Anyways, check that out and stay tuned for more videos, okay? Bye.
Feeling like I'm higher.